Pakistan's Chief of Defence Forces, Chief of Army Staff Field Marshal Asim Munir, along with Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi, has concluded a 3-day official visit to Iran aimed at strengthening regional peace and diplomatic coordination, according to military's media wing. During the visit, Field Marshal Asim Munir held high-level meetings with Iranian leadership including President Masoud Pezeshkian, Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, and senior military officials. Discussions centered on the evolving regional security landscape with a shared emphasis on dialogue, de-escalation, and long-term stability. Field Marshal Asim Munir reiterated Pakistan's commitment to resolving conflicts through sustained diplomatic engagement, while also conveying goodwill messages from Pakistan's leadership and people. The visit underscored both nations' intent to strengthen historic bilateral ties and enhance cooperation. The trip comes amid Pakistan's ongoing mediation efforts between Iran and the United States. Earlier this month, Islamabad hosted rare direct talks between the two sides, their highest-level engagement since 1979. Although no agreement was reached after extensive discussions, both parties signaled willingness to continue dialogue. A fragile ceasefire between Iran and the United States, brokered on April 8, remained in place but faces uncertainty ahead of its April 22 deadline. Pakistani officials say diplomatic efforts are intensifying to preserve stability, with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif affirming that full efforts are underway to maintain peace in the region. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif concluded a 3-nation diplomatic tour aimed at strengthening ties with key regional partners and promoting peace, the Prime Minister's office said on Saturday. The Premier returned home after visiting Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Turkey, where he held high-level meetings with leadership and participated in the Antalya Diplomacy Forum. The tour focused on enhancing bilateral cooperation, addressing regional challenges, and discussing evolving global dynamics. During his visit to Saudi Arabia, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif held an extensive meeting with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. In Doha, he met Amir Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani to discuss matters of mutual interest. The Prime Minister later traveled to Antalya, where he engaged with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan on the sidelines of the forum, with both leaders emphasizing the need to advance lasting regional peace. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif also participated in a trilateral meeting with Erdogan and the Qatari Emir, alongside interactions with other global leaders. The delegation accompanying him included Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar and other senior officials. Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar described the visit as productive and fruitful, noting that discussions centered on expanding cooperation across key sectors. He also praised the forum as an important global platform for dialogue and thanked Turkey for its hospitality. The visit underscores Pakistan's ongoing diplomatic outreach to reinforce strategic partnerships and contribute to regional stability. Also, foreign ministers from Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Egypt met on the sidelines of Antalya Diplomacy Forum to discuss evolving regional dynamics and reaffirm their commitment to diplomatic solutions, Pakistan's Foreign Office said on Saturday. The meeting brought together Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar, Saudi Foreign Minister Faisal bin Farhan, Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan, and Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdelatif. According to Foreign Office, the leaders exchanged views on shifting regional conditions, stressing the importance of dialogue, diplomacy, and cooperation to ensure peace, stability, and shared prosperity. The latest engagement follows earlier consultations among the 4 countries aimed at halting the conflict involving United States, Israel, and Iran. 2 prior meetings were held in Riyadh and Islamabad before a ceasefire announcement, which is due to expire on April 22. The ministers reiterated their commitment to strengthening coordination and expanding collaboration on issues of mutual interest. Pakistan, in particular, has intensified diplomatic outreach, including hosting direct Iran-US talks in Islamabad earlier this month, the highest-level engagement between the two sides in decades. While those talks ended without a breakthrough, both sides signaled willingness to continue dialogue. Meanwhile, Abdelatif noted that Cairo is working closely with Islamabad on a framework to secure a lasting peace, as regional powers seek to prevent escalation and stabilize critical sectors such as energy and food security. Separately, Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb held a series of high-level meetings in Washington, D.C. on the sidelines of the World Bank IMF Spring Meetings 2026, focusing on economic cooperation, investment opportunities, and financial reforms, the Finance Ministry said on Saturday. In a key engagement, Finance Minister Aurangzeb met Francis Brooke of the United States Department of the Treasury, where both sides discussed collaboration in energy, mineral development, and strengthening anti-money laundering and counter-terror financing frameworks. The minister outlined Pakistan's macroeconomic stabilization, plans to re-enter international capital markets in strategies for external debt management while highlighting investment potential in the country's energy and mineral sectors. Separately, Finance Minister Aurangzeb met Zhou Ziyai, president of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, appreciating its $1.7 billion portfolio in Pakistan and inviting further alignment with the country's infrastructure priorities. He also addressed the economic impact of regional tensions, particularly on energy supply chains. At a World Bank roundtable, Finance Minister Aurangzeb emphasized the role of digital public infrastructure and programs like the Banerjee Income Support Program in advancing financial inclusion. He also engaged with the S&P Global Ratings and Citibank, underscoring Pakistan's improved economic outlook and renewed investor confidence following its return to global capital markets. Lastly, the State Bank of Pakistan confirmed on Saturday that the government has repaid $2 billion to the United Arab Emirates as part of the external financing obligations. The payment follows an earlier $500 million repayment, with the remaining balance of the $3.5 billion facility expected to be cleared by April 23. The funds were originally extended in 2019 to support Pakistan's balance of payments. The outflow poses pressure on foreign exchange reserves, which stood at $20.52 billion as of April 10. However, Saudi Arabia has provided relief by depositing $2 billion and pledging an additional $3 billion, while also extending its existing $5 billion facility for 3 years. Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb said Pakistan is exploring alternative financing options, including Eurobonds, Islamic sukuk, and commercial loans to manage reserves and replace UAE funding. He noted reserves currently cover around 2.8 months of imports, a level seen as crucial for macroeconomic stability. Pakistan has also re-entered international capital markets, raising $500 million through a Eurobond, its first issuance in 4 years, while continuing to meet external debt obligations, including recent repayments exceeding $1.4 billion.